Hello and welcome to today's Hindu newspaper analysis. Russia suspended from Right Council India's abstain from vote at UNGA. Russia's membership to the Council of Human Rights Council, also known as EHRC, to which it was elected in 2020, was suspended on Thursday after the United Nations General Assembly voted 93 to 24 with 58 abstentions. Okay, including India, to adopt a resolution suspending Moscow from the UN body. Resolution suspension of rights from membership of rights, Russian Federation in the Human Rights Council was proposed by a group of countries that included Ukraine, the US, EU, several Latin American countries, and required a two-thirds majority of those present and voting for the adoption. Abstentions do not count in the tally of those present and voting. India abstained for reasons of substance and processes. Its permanent representative, to the UN, T.S. Tirumurti said on next day, India's stand. Why India? We firmly believe that all decisions should be taken fully respecting due process as all our democratic polity. And structure enjoy us to do so. This applies to international organizations as well, particularly the United Nations. Mr. Tirumurti shared during his explanation of both speech at UNGA, United Nations General Assembly. The US, which had uneven relations with the HRC itself, having quite under Trump administration only to rejoin its last year, had been a driving force behind the resolution. If India has chosen any side, it is the side of peace, and it is for an immediate end to violence. Mr. Tirumurti said, calling for diplomacy. This is sufficient from here. ED questions Omar Abdullah in Jammu and Kashmir bank case. Pakistan SC restores parliament, ordered not trust vote tomorrow. Budget declares as unconstitutional the controversial ruling by deputy speaker. Let's move to another article. SC High Court pulls up Delhi government to over auto e-rickshaws playing without papers. Without papers. Criminal procedure will create foolproof system. 6-year-old die in road accident is not most important for us. Let's move to an editorial section of the today's discussion topic. Call break. People taking a dip at the Manchavale Dam built across the Ankravati River in Karnataka. The dam water is the main source of irrigation in that area. Aam Aadmi Party to ban private practices by the government doctors. Only the state level political understanding decides is not most important for us. Ukraine death anatomy of India's neutrality. Nehru's axiom continue to guide New Delhi approach to conflict, especially those involving its partners. In 1957, a year after the Soviet intervention in Hungary, Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru explained in Parliament why India took a non-condemnatory approaches on this issue. There are many things happening in the world from year to year, day to day, which we have disliked, intensely. We have not condemned them because when one is trying to solve a problem, it does not help calling names and condemning. Nehru's axiom has continued to guide India's approaches to conflict, especially those involving its partners, be it the Soviet interventions in Hungary in 1956 and Czechoslovakia in 1968 and Afghanistan in 1979, or the American invasion of Iraq to the 2003. India has more or less followed this line. Its response to Russia's invasion on Ukraine, condemnation of civilian killings without any name calling, and devastation from UN boats is not fundamentally different from this historically cautious neutrality. Nor is India's position isolated. South Africa, another major democracy, abstained from the UN vote that sought to condemn Russia. The United Arab Emirates, a close American ally in the Gulf that hosts thousands of US troops, abstained from a vote in UN Security Council. Israel and US closest ally in West Asia, condemned the Russian attack but refused to join the sanctions regime and said not to sending its defense system to Ukraine. Turkey and North Atlantic Treaty Organization (ELI) did the same and is mediating between Ukraine and Russia. But none of these countries has come under the kind of pressure and public criticism from the West India, as US President Joe Biden said India's position was somewhat shaky. His Deputy National Security Advisor for International Economics, Dalip Singh, who was in New Delhi on a visit recently, warned India of consequences if it conducts trade with Russia, circumventing American sanctions. Why this selective targeting? Analyzing the regions. What are regions behind it? There could be three broad regions: political, economic, and strategic. From a political point of view, the West has carefully tried to construct a narrative that Russia's President Vladimir Putin, attack on Ukraine is an assault on what US President Joe Biden calls the free world. This narrative would look weak if the world's largest democracy, India, sits out of the West bid to punish the Russians. From an economic point of view, sanctions on Russia were imposed largely by Western countries. Only 3 Asian nations have backed the sanctions: Japan, South Korea, Singapore. China, the world's second largest economy. China is the world's second largest economy in the world, would not abide by the American sanctions. If India also continued to trade with Russia, working around the payment curves, that would invariably blunt the effect of the sanctions on the Russian economy. Strategically, this is the most important global crisis since the end of the Cold War. India has improved its strategic partnership with the United States of America and the West in general over the last 30 years, while at the same time retaining warm ties with Russia. This balancing was not tested in the recent past, but within the Russian attack on Ukraine and the near total breakdown in ties between Russia and the West countries such as India are now faced with a difficult choice of picking a side. Given the transformation of India's partnership with the United States of America, which also sees New Delhi as a counterweight to the Chinese in the Indo-Pacific region. Only 4 countries are in Indo-Pacific region, which are discussed earlier. Many expected India to give up its strategic autonomy and take a stand that aligns with that of the West. It did not happen. How India sees the war? These arguments are valid from a Western point of view, but they also overlook India's position on this conflict. There are serious points of difference. The global order is witnessing rapid changes. If the Georgia war in 2008 and the Russian annexation of Crimea in 2014 were early signs of this shift, then the American withdrawal from Afghanistan recently, leaving the country to the mercy of the Taliban after fighting the Islamists for 20 years, and the Russian invasion of Ukraine marked the sharpest manifestation of the new global disorder. When India looks at the world, It sees three great powers and several middle powers. The US remains world preeminent power, but its ability to shape global geopolitical outcomes substantially diminished. China is rising fast and is seeking to rush Doshi argue in the long game blunt America's existing power and displace the American order at the global level. Russia is a bounded bear with an imperial nostalgia. It is economically weak, but in terms of land and military might, it remains a superpower in the world. The strategy of the Ukraine is not most important. Let's move to another article. The storyline in the race for the French presidency. What is most important and why this is most important? French writer and poet Michel Houellebecq, controversial yet mordantly funny 2015 novel Some Mission in depicts the age-old dilemma on French society, and it is a prophecy about the 2020 French presidential election that portrayed the sort of Islamophobia. Islamophobia मतलब भय होता है. Islamophobia in the present day French society, which is a carry offer effect of colonizing northeast of Africa. Houellebecq's darkly comic masterpiece that mixes fiction with reality. France finds itself amid a political crisis in 2020. The rise in popularity of the leader of the National Front as far-right property, Marine Le Pen, is perceived. The themes and candidates. Macron's tenor, what is the unpredictable, is not most important. Is Russia's position on Russia affecting the result relationship with the US? थोड़ा सा gist. Last week, India's strategic partner, the United States of America, warned of consequences for any country, including India, which conducts the local currency transactions through Russia's central bank on constructs a payment mechanism that subverts or circumvents the US sanctions against Russia. India's consistent neutral position on Russia's invasion of Ukraine, informed by its choices, has antagonized many countries, including the US. Will the US-India relationship come under strain? In a conversation moderated by Shushani Haider, Lisa Coates and Syed Akbaruddin on India's non-allied position on the bar, edited experts from air. How much more will petrol prices increase in India? What is text and context from air? What are the guidelines on taxing provident fund contributions? Who is going to be impacted? कौन प्रभावित होने के लिए जा रहा है? An employees provident fund, also known as EPF, account is mandatory for formal sector workers earning up to the rupees 15,000 a month in firms with over 20 employees as a means of ensuring retirement income. The contribution limit for tax-free income for government employees and any other PF accounts where employers do not contribute but set up at rupees 5 lakh per year. EPFO will maintain a non-taxable accounts for contributions up to rupees 2.5 lakh a year and a taxable account for members who contribute over this threshold. 20% tax will be levied on such income for EPF members whose retirement saving accounts have not been linked to their permanent account number. What is gist of this article? The story so far. The Union Budget of 2021-2020, new provision to tax income on provident fund contributions from employees beyond 2.5 lakh a year. Elon Musk earns a seat on Twitter's board. What next? What is gist of this article? As of March 14, Elon Musk owns 73.5 million shares of Twitter, making him Twitter's largest shareholder. Holding more than the company's co-founder and former CEO Jack Dorsey, Mr. Musk had backed up platform commitment to free speech, on which 24 he tweeted asking whether the platform rigorously adheres to free speech. A watershed moment in Hollywood. The civil society, while the civil society started a movement in the year 1990s to abolish dry latrines, the focus now is on manhole death and provision of safety equipment to sanitation workers. The movement has been demanding the abolition of the dehumanizing practice of the manual removal of the human excreta. In 1993, then the government promulgated an act prohibiting the construction of unsanitary dry latrines and employing manual scavengers. The government description of dry latrine was a problem, as it defined dry latrine as latrine other than a water seal latrine. Though the construction of dry latrines has reduced the number of deaths in manholes, septic tanks continue to remain high. The present government had plans to amend the 2013 Act to completely mechanize the cleaning of sweepers. Despite law, workers in the field in India still face stigma and are devoid of essential rights. सही बात है. Okay, this concludes for today's Hindu newspaper analysis. So thanks for watching.